Hello, today I continue reviewing unique Melody titanium in-ear monitors, and now it's turn of more expensive model, it's Maven. Actually a great name for in-ear monitors. And I already reviewed their more affordable model Mirage, and compared to Maven, Mirage looks like sample. Mirage used only 3 balanced armatures per side, and here they used 11 balanced armatures, and of course it gives totally different sound and totally different price. Regular price is about $2,000, maybe there are some sales or some additional prices depending on tax and so on. But actually price is $2,000, which moves these in-ear monitors to the higher league. And actually that's all what I can say about them, and now let's have a closer look. Familiar black cardboard box, zero polygraphy, just barcode and model name sticker, nothing besides that. But it looks pretty attractive and stylish. Inside there is case, and underneath we'll have accessory set. So I show this with my Mason V3. It's kind of warranty card, and at the same time it's a USB flash with some information about the model. Cleaning pouch, 3 pair of silicone tips, 3 pair of Comply foam tips and 3 pair of silicone tips. Let me move this from table, and inside of this case you will have in-ear monitors themselves. So let's remove this and have a closer look. So in this model Unique Melody also used 3D printing. They claim that these in-ear monitors are made from titanium, and here as you can see they use 3D printing to the maximum. Here is Mirage, and as you can see Maven is even more sophisticated and it looks super attractive, at least to my taste. Really great look. Of course, shape is also really ergonomic, they fitting pretty well into the ears. No sharp edges, nothing will touch your sensitive parts of the ear. And here it is. So spouts have good length, so sound isolation is even a bit above average. Lip for holding tips, protective grille. Sorry, I needed a cut because 9 PM train was too noisy this time. So really good wearing comfort, a bit above average sound isolation. Let me put tips back. I don't know why I'm always putting tips back, but I have no idea why. Of course, build quality is nothing but superb. Cable is made replaceable. Here used same 2-pin connectors, they are really tight with recessed pins, but still really well holding. Let me put it back. And cable is a bit thicker than Mirage 1. If you pay more you will have improvements in all aspects. And cable is also a bit thicker, so it's a bit harder, but I think it's average in terms of softness, but still has no microphonic effect. Thanks to these ear hooks, they are doing their job really well, reducing the microphonic effect. Of course, it's not getting hard when it's cold. Instead of chin slider, here also used heat shrink tubes, and no splitter, and it simply goes braided way down below to this straight jack. So this cable is much closer to the Mason one. So build quality and design is even better. I really want to have them for my collection. They look like some masterpiece, and I think durability is really good too. And of course about the sound, it's 11 balanced armatures and you can do a lot with that amount of armatures. Still they don't require burn-in, but also they require selecting the proper tips. And also, once again, I've got the best results with spiral dot tips, because stock silicone tips are a bit too soft. Actually, thanks to the extended spouts, they fit in better than Mirage, but still with spiral dots I've got a bit better result. So let's have a player on the table and let's proceed with sound description. So Unique Melody already has linear, natural, balanced in-ear monitors in this price range, and of course I'm speaking about Mason V3, so Maven is tuned a bit closer to fun side, let's say so. So they have slight accent on low and noticeable accent on trebles, but let's probably move step by step, starting with low frequencies. So bass here a bit accented, but not too much, like, you know, it's a slight accent that I can call normal. Bass has really good depth, so deep layers of bass are present and they are more forward than Mirage ones. At the same time, lows have more weight, more impact. Well, added balanced armatures do their tricks, you know, just add few balanced armatures here and there, you will have more weight. It's still not hybrid or not dynamic driver model, but of course it's much more weightier than models that have just one balanced armature for low frequencies. Speed is still really good, resolution, texturing, so everything that you can expect from low frequencies here is present, but with more weight. So, example, this time I've selected a bit different. It's not of course, example of reaching natural lows. This time I selected this track to show that they are really capable of playing deeper layers of bass, because Juno Reactor Tempest, you know, it has pretty long intro part, and in this intro part they have really low notes that goes really low. With subwoofers they sounding super amazing, but with in-ear not every single in-ear monitors are capable of representing this intro as it should be played, and Maven is really good with that. Mids are a bit recessed compared to the lows and to the treble especially, but still it's not as recessed as Mirage one. During this review I will always mention Mirage, because it's just another model from this lineup. So mids have good resolution, really good, a bit less accent on the micro detalization, but resolution is really good. And of course they have much more weight, and because of that they're sounding more realistic, with better instruments body, with more natural instruments. Imaginary soundstage is really good, it's noticeably above average both in width and in depth, really spacious, really three-dimensional, without any additional expansion, so what is present in the record you will hear. They are actually a bit less critical to the quality of the recording. They sounding more natural, but at the same time they are a bit more forgiving, because if some issues with record is present, they will play it, but they won't highlight it as much as in-ear monitors that are more focused on the micro detalization. And of course they are much better in macro dynamics, so all emotions, all explosions, everything will sound better. And wake up. As an example for the mids, I got a track. I almost never use Dire Straits for testing, but as an example to showcase some ideas, it's really good. So it's Brothers in Arms, you know this track, I don't have to describe it. Really emotional vocal, really good guitar, and it's represented really good with Maven. And treble, you know, treble is actually the main point of discussion in this model, because treble is noticeably accented, and actually this split the people who try this in-ear monitors into two big groups. Someone like them, and those who don't like accented treble don't like it. Well, it's pretty obvious in So I'm a bit of fan of treble. I like extended treble, and for me accent here is really close to that edge where it could become sharp, but at the same time it's not crossing this edge, but instead it's adding a lot of overtones. Sometimes it's even highlighting them even more than it should be, but it's still sounding really fun. You know, you will have this highlighted effect of realism. It's fun and it's not 100% natural, but at the same time it's really fun, really enjoyable, and combined with extended stage it will give you the effect of spaciousness, it will give you the effect of additional width and depth. Of course, treble has good attacks and decays, they are more weighty, and at the same time they have a good extension, so more realistic, but sometimes they can be a bit more sharper. And as an example, I've got classical, modern, actually avant-garde, probably jazz track. It's Ozark from the famous S Fall Wichita, So Falls Wichita Fall. I think if you heard this track you understand why I've selected it. This track is filled with different percussions and different instruments used here, a lot of them, and these in-ear monitors represent this track in a really realistic and convincing way. Well, speaking about comparisons, I will probably just briefly highlight the difference. I will try to make a different video with top-of-the-line in-ear monitors, because now I've got at least few of them, you know, making some video like top of the line in-ear monitor shootout or something like that. When you've got only 3 or 4 pairs, it's ridiculous. Now I got more of them, so I will try to make a longer video before I have to return this masterpiece. But in short, you know what I've got. Unique Melody Maven 3rd generation, it's model for those who prefer more natural sound signature. They are a bit more natural and they are a bit less forward on the treble. Sometimes it's a plus, sometimes it's a minus. It's, you know, it's a matter of preferences. Mids and bass is actually similar, but these in-ear monitors have a bit more engaging lows. Mids are probably almost equal, and treble here is more forward, so if you need this additional crispness you can get them. If you don't like treble but still want some high-end in-ear monitors, Maven V3 will be a better option for you. Noble Audio Can, another model top of the line that I've got, but they are hybrid, so on the bass they are more weighty but a bit less resolving, but more weight, more authority on the low frequencies. It's dynamic driver after all. On the mid they are a bit thinner but a bit more focused on the micro detalization, and on the treble they have better extension and less accent, so they have this piezo driver and it's different representation. And what else I've got? So Noble Audio Kaiser and Core, they are a bit more fun sounding, bit more V-shaped, so it's kind of in between of Maven and Mirage. And also what I've got also, let me think for a second. So Solaris by Campfire Audio, probably not a great comparison because it's hybrids with much more added weight on lows. They're much more V-shaped, much more fun sounding. And of course Andromeda is a kind of reference point for almost everyone. Andromeda has a bit tighter low frequencies. On mid they are probably on par, maybe a bit different tuning. Andromeda is a bit more focused on the micro details, and on the treble Andromeda has a slight less accent, so probably that's what I can say about them. Really fun sounding and engaging in-ear monitors for those who like this effect of crispness and extension on the treble, and of course just a few additional seconds for you to admire this design. Thank you for attention.